Yeah. Well, I got one here. A new complaint. Texas woman says delayed care due to abortion laws endangered her fertility. Let's see. 2 women have filed federal complaints against Texas hospitals saying they refuse to treat their ectopic pregnancies, leading both women to lose their fallopian tubes and endanger their future fertilities. Texas law allows doctors to terminate ectopic, hope I'm saying that, pregnancies in a condition in which the fertilized egg implants in the fallopian tubes instead of the uterus. Ectopic pregnancies are also always non-viable and can quickly become life-threatening if left untreated. Despite these protections, these women say they were turned away from 2 separate hospitals that refused to treat them. The complaint alleges that the doctors and hospitals are so fearful of the state's abortion law, which carries penalties up to life in prison when violated, that they were hesitant to perform even protected abortions. The complaints were filed with the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services under the Emergency Medical Treatment and Labor Act. So, this is what we're voting for right now. You have to understand, like, these women couldn't have these babies. The baby was going to die anyways, and they could have died too. And the hospitals were like, "No, we don't want to touch it because we might go to jail." This is wild times. I remember someone sent me a picture of this lady that she was in jail for like something and an abortion.
And an abortion.
But it was fake, right? Because like, you can just look it up, and people were saying it was fake, but I'm like, still, that's gonna happen. They've already locked up women for having.
They got the one lady who she didn't even have an abortion; she just had a miscarriage.
She had a miscarriage, and she freaked out. She tried to flush it down the toilet.
She may not even have known that it was the baby and all the blood and everything. You just probably just might be trying to flush the blood from out of the toilet, and there might have been something you didn't have to know that. But people are like, yeah, this is weird to me.
Women that went to jail because they told somebody on Facebook that they were gonna have an abortion. And they're heading to have the abortion. I believe this was also in Texas. That's and the crazy. People called the authorities on them.
People are weirdos, man. People want to be in your business. I'm sitting here and I'm listening to JD Vance.
Handmaid's Tale right now.
Yeah. I'm listening to JD Vance having like a conversation with someone. He's like, the person gives him a story about a lady who is from Texas, again, to say to Texas, and she wants to, she has a baby, but the baby has some kind of a disease that's where they don't, it's not gonna live, but they don't even know if it'll kill her when she tries to have it, and at the same time, it'll make it so it's really less likely she could ever have kids. And she's like, me and my husband want to have kids, but we probably need to get rid of this pregnancy. He was like, oh, well, I'm not really against that. We want to make it a choice for every state to be able to choose. I said, if you want to make this a choice, why don't you just leave it alone? Then that becomes the choice. Then you can either choose not to have one or choose to have one.
Well, I mean, the real fact about it is they want to rape their way back into existence. I'm just going to say it there. That's the only reason you're doing that. You know what I'm saying? European men, American men aren't getting charged that much for sexual assault. They're actually acting like they can't prove it anymore. You know, you have these states. Remember, there was the girl in Ohio. She was like 12 years old. She was sexually assaulted by her uncle, and they were going to force her to have this baby. The family had to like take her to the neighboring state so she could have an abortion. And they're like, oh, all life is precious. And you're talking, there's men that can't have babies, and there's old ladies that already went through menopause that can't have babies that are telling people what they should be doing with their bodies.
I heard a woman today on my Facebook page. She was speaking about the fact that basically like when a woman wants to go and like, or for a man to go have a vasectomy, he can just go have it. He don't have to talk to a doctor. He doesn't have to do anything. But for a woman that get her tubes tied,
just be a certain age.
I don't know about the age part.
They say like you can't be under like 25 or 26 because they say you might change your mind when you get older. So they won't give it to them when the women are young. They've heard it all the time. And she stated that the fact that you have to talk to a doctor, you have to get approved, you have to it takes a lot. You have to do a lot of stuff to kind of like even make this happen. So it's like you make things really restrictive for women to get done, but for men it's like we can just walk in and get it done. It's nothing. It's what I mean? That day.
And so this is a very, very much a two-sided system that's not working out for everybody, and I think this is going to be a tale of that right there within this election. I think this election is going to really spark something within women. When I'm looking at even Kamala Harris's rallies, I see a lot of men, but I see a lot of women, man.
There should be a lot. Think about it. They're passing the laws that like not even in cases of rape or incest.
Yeah,
that's disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, and it just and they're like, let each state deal with it on their own. I bet you if Texas put this under, I bet you if Texas put this on the on like for a vote, and I bet you they wouldn't do it for this election. They can't do it. It's probably too late. But if they were put it up for a vote, I guarantee it'll get voted down. It's been voted down it hasn't been upheld anywhere
anywhere they've had a vote.
Period.
You know what they should do? Like when they pass these laws, everyone from states that have women, the women still have the rights to like abortions and birth control and stuff, they should pay money to have all the women leave that state and go to different states, because ain't nobody want to be in Kentucky with a bunch of dicks.
I mean, I guarantee there'll be some women that stay there. There'll be some women that stay because there's women who are against abortion too. This is not just saying all women are against abortion. However, but we see that when you have wave elections happening, that people are against abortion. I mean, not against abortion. I'm sorry. The people are like not pro-abortion, but just pro-choice. Period. It's not like people want to say go and have an abortion. People aren't pushing that, but people are pushing a choice. I mean, like the Republicans have always said that they were the party of like rights and for less government oversight, less government in your life. But you're pushing your way of life on other people, and you're the minority. Period. You're the minority, overwhelmingly the minority. Period. You know what I mean? And so that's been proven for every election cycle. You guys are the minority. No one wants to listen to the people who don't really. You guys don't even have any real sway within the voting block of what's happening in this country.
All we want to do is take things away.
Yeah, from everything.
I just want to know, what is something you're doing to help the people right now?
Nothing.
You want to take Social Security away. You want to take Medicare away.
Yep.
You want to take women's rights away. You want to make it so
you want to take voting rights away.
In school.
You know what I'm saying? You want to take people's voting rights away. There's so many different things that you want to take away. What do you want to kick immigrants out the country, even though your own party knows you need them? And most of you live in rural areas where you need them more than anyone else. I mean, I'm not trying to say all of us don't need immigrants, but you guys are using a lot of migrant workers, a lot.
Well, what's the plan after? Look, they're going to get rid of the migrants, and they'll be like, well, we got all these non-working African Americans here, time to put them back in the field. I mean, I don't know why people think, oh, yeah, they're going to get rid of immigrants. What do you think they're going to do after that?
I mean, honestly, he's going to have a hard time doing that, but I believe he will try. Yeah. I believe he'll try because he has nothing else. He has to try.
I'm not going to get stopped and be like, hey, are you an American? I'm like, nah, I live in Washington. It's the difference.
Hey, let me.
We care about our own up here.